My name is Sully, better known as Pius. I can help with surahs so I can recite.
My name is Suhaila, memorizing surahs, reading the Quran, and practicing the Sunnah.
My name is Mommy, better known as Ummi. Islamic education is key to the family. We tune in every day to learn something new, and SunnahFollowers is helping us, and it could help you too. Tune in every day for new programming. Stay tuned.
And much more.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wake up in the morning, hands and feet get wet. My Lord, get wet, get wet. My Lord, wet, my Lord, wet, my Lord. Wake up in the morning, hands and feet get wet. Get ready for our conversation, deep and in depth. Obligations are serious and need to be met, so I prepare so I won't forget. Go ahead and make a good intention. Yeah, yeah. You can wrap up some good things. Yeah, make a donation to the side and go from left to make it right. Just remember and don't lose sight. Jannah is the goal. Jannah is the goal. Jannah is the goal.
Hey, I got a couple questions for y'all. The first one, who is your Lord? What is your religion? Who is your prophet? Now, I know this sounds crazy, but if you're one of those people that have been trying to get information and you come across this, or even this. All right, take a listen.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Sister Laila Nasheeba, the Managing Director and founder of SunnahFollowers Online, Islamic University. As you know, we have classes every day beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we cover everything from Aqidah, which is your belief system, to Seerah, which are the stories of the Prophet, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the story of the companions. Please join us every day beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are broadcasting and streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, DLive, Trovo, and Twitch. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
One of the 10 who Jannah was promised, the second caliph, a strong, devout, noble, and fierce soldier of Allah, made an impact in Islam. His name, Umar ibn al-Kitab. Continuing in this series, the companions of the Prophet, taught by Brother Mukhtar Shahid, streaming on all major platforms. Stay tuned for the time and date, right here, channel SunnahFollowers. Join us every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern for the Sis Laila live call-in and answer show.
Please join Ustada Laila Nasheeba if you have any questions in regards to this theme. Call in at 862-370-2838. Now streaming on various platforms right here on SunnahFollowers. Ask Sister Laila live. Sister Laila live. Weekly for the happy hour. Ask Sister Laila live. Sister Laila, invite your friends and family, make it cozy. Ask Sister Laila.
Call in.
And by the way, what are you getting up here today? Let's talk about it.
Any other questions?
This is gonna be good.
Welcome to Ask Sister Laila Live.
And by the way, what are you getting up here today? Let's talk about it.
Wait a minute.
Time for the Ask Sister Laila live show.
This is
Lines
gonna
are
be
now
good.
open. 862-370-2838.
Man into, understanding a little bit more.
Just like the same thing that happened.
They used to think and what they should be thinking now. And so many people identify to that.
Just like those women with the podcast. Those women with the podcast shows. They can't speak about Islam because they're not scholars of this religion. They don't have knowledge and understanding of Islam. So the religion of Islam, but they know about, they used to be talk show hosts. They know how to talk about relationships, and they know how to talk about the Bible, and they know how to talk about astrology. So it's just their way of becoming Muslim and trying to make money or get popular doing what they know what to do, because they don't. Exactly, because they have no because that's all they know. They don't know nothing about Islam, and they don't want to get caught up saying stuff, looking stupid, saying things is lawful and unlawful about the religion when it's not, and it backfires on. So I'll just talk about, relationships. I'll talk about Jesus. Yeah.
Oh, and they love that. Ooh, don't bring up the relationship aspect.
Right. Exactly. Man or dogs, that stuff. Oh man, this is and all that crazy stuff. Oh, we live, guys. Y'all know we live. That's okay. Oh, we sorry, guys. We just, we're running. It's the truth. Yeah, it's the truth. The brothers know. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, we wrapping up from the Zoom, and hold on, I got to get me my coffee, y'all. The twins sent me some coffee. I need my coffee. I did drink. Let me turn the camera off a minute, because some people might be fasting still. I drank my water. I haven't eaten yet, though, but I drank my water. Let me get my coffee. I'll be right back, guys. Oh, I got to have me my ice white mocha chocolate. Oh. You try to keep it going with something that you know. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, Geechee. They want to keep it going with something that they know what to talk about.
Yeah, and then it's a hot topic, so everybody could relate. Either they go through it or they know somebody who's gone through it. So they invite people. They're like, "Oh, girl, let me subscribe too. She's speaking the truth."
And then with the Christian stuff, that's the thing. People like to debate. People like the human soul. The soul is attracted to everything that's bad and dirty. The soul likes confrontation, argumentation. That's why those brothers that do that, they have a million subscribers, because people like to listen to confrontation and hear negativity. Yeah. Okay, here we are. Ina alhamdulillah. Wa salam ala wa rasulullah. I want to welcome everybody to the Ask Sister Laila live show. Oh, excuse me. This is where you come in with your questions about Islam. And alhamdulillah, I'm letting you guys know Ramadan's almost over. This is the time to pay your Zakat al-Fitr. For the Sunnah followers people, take care of your Zakat al-Fitr now. And for those of you who have the boxes at home, the swear boxes and the charity box at home, you can turn that in too to the imam so he can have enough money, to purchase food and things for the needy Muslims in your community so they can have a good Eid. Yeah, that's the purpose. A lot of people ask me, what's the purpose of the Zakat al-Fitr? So that the imam can have, that the people who don't have enough money in your community can have food to celebrate the Eid with. They can cook a nice meal. They can make a roast beef with potatoes and vegetables. Ooh, that sounds good, don't it? I need to make a roast beef I can make a roast beef. I need to make a roast beef with some potatoes and carrots. Okay. Yeah. So they can have food to celebrate with. That's the purpose of it. And also, if you pay the Zakat al-Fitr before the Eid prayer, it makes up for any mistakes that you had during your fast. That time that you lost your temper, that time that you accidentally drank some water, that time that, whatever. It makes up for all of that. So now you can take care of the Zakat al-Fitr. Please don't start harassing Layla and blowing up her phone. For those of you who are in the Sunnah followers group, the elderly women who don't have husbands, which is a bunch of us here, we can't afford to pay the ransom of America because I ain't got no $350. She ain't got no $450. We ain't got no husband. We living off a pension check. So we'll be paying the ransom to Tanzania, but do not start texting and blowing my phone up. Check the Sunnah Followers group page. Sister Awa did post it up there. The link that Mukhtar gave us, Sister Awa posted it. Y'all can Zelle that money to that number, to that email address. I sent my ransom today, and I sent them my Zakat al-Fitr too. And I sent them a little extra too. Alhamdulillah. So, now is when you can take care of all of that. As far as when is the Eid prayer, I ain't into that. We have to finish fasting first, and then we look for the moon. Y'all know the procedure. I can't tell you when it is. All I can tell you is either we either have 1 or 2 days left of fasting. Today is the 28th, going into the 29th day. We fast for 29 days. If the new moon is not seen, then we fast another day. So either we got 1 more day to fast or 2 more days. We'll let you know. But we can't tell you until that after the 29th day. Everybody got that? So don't blow me up with that either. Thank you. Yes. All right. And for those of you who have questions about Islam, you can start typing them as the sisters here are, or you can, what's the call-in number to? 876. Is it 876? Is it 876? What is it?
862.
Why come I can't never remember that? That's my left brain. 862. Now I done forgot everything. Give me the whole number, family. I'm sorry.
370-2838.
My Ramadan brain now. 2838, right? Okay, that's the number. And also, or you can join the Zoom room. Let me write that too. So, SunnahFollowers.net. Yeah, for those of you who want to use the mic, you can also join the Zoom room at SunnahFollowers.net. But this is the WhatsApp number. The WhatsApp number is 862-370-2838, or you can use your regular phone. That's our phone number. Or you can go to the website at SunnahFollowers.net join the Zoom room, you can use the microphone, or you can text it on the chat program for Sister Fame to read, or you can send a chat message. And by the way, where's my phone? Yeah, I got the SunnahFollower phone here too. And hold on. Yeah, I got it. Ooh, yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got your questions in here too. Okay, wait, let me look at this, address this one question. The partial solar eclipse. Okay. Yes, the same thing. For the person that just sent me the text message asking about the solar eclipse. Yes, if you see it, let's talk about that for a minute. The eclipse prayer is a sunan. It's not an obligatory prayer, but it's a highly recommended prayer. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if you see it, if you actually see the eclipse, then pray 2 rakats and give in charity and ask Allah to forgive you of your sins. So if you see it, if you don't see it in your part of the world, then you don't have to worry about it. You do not perform the eclipse prayer if it cannot be seen where you are. Now, this solar eclipse, the solar eclipse always follows a lunar eclipse. The solar eclipse is supposed to be here on the 29th. Where I live, I live in Ohio. We won't be able to see it anywhere. But they said you will be able to see it in the states of the fitting. You know, you'll be able to see it in New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia, Maine, Boston, Massachusetts. Check this out. West Virginia, the East Coast states, West Virginia. You guys are the ones that'll be, not West Virginia, regular Virginia. Virginia, you guys are the states that will be able to, inshallah, see the solar eclipse. But if you can't see it where you live at, then you don't have to worry. But yes, then you would pray the 2 rakats, preferably for you brothers at the mosque. Go to the mosque and make 2 rakats and ask Allah to forgive you of your sins. And for you women, give in charity. Women, give in charity. Women, give in charity. Exactly. All right. So that answer your question, brother? Whoever sent me that text message. All right. Let me look at some of the questions I have here, because some of the sisters were here early. Let's see who we have in here. Sister Yasmin, assalamu alaikum. Sister Yasmin is here, and the Ewan family, mashallah. My sister Margaret, may Allah bless Sister Margaret with the best of this world and the hereafter. Ameen. Margaret is always the first person here. Always the first person here. And the Ewan family, I'm so proud of you. By the way, I'm proud of all the kids here, because you all have fasted the month of Ramadan, and I'm so proud of all of my babies here. So for the Ewan family, kiss the kids for me. Give the kids a big hug and kiss from Sister Laila, because I'm proud of them. I'm very proud of them. Okay, let's see, sister, who else is here? Yasmin, Miss Jackson. Y'all see it didn't hit me. What is it? How did it go, Geechee? Miss Jackson. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's the song. Jackson, who don't dare. Flowers don't smell. You know. Come on, Geechee, what is it?
That's a whole nother joint.
I remember that was the song back in the day. Miss Jackson, your poop don't smell like the rum runner. That was the group. Andre don't sing no more.
Oh, Outkast?
Outkast. Yeah, Andre, I heard, converted to Islam. He don't sing no more. But oop, don't play Miss Jackson. Wow. Yeah, Miss Jackson is here. Alhamdulillah. Every time I see her name, that song pops in my mind. Now it's gonna stay in my mind now. Okay, Miss Jackson has a question here. Let me look at her question, guys. Here's Miss Jackson's question. She said, this is a menses question. What do we do when a woman sees white after period, but then a few hours later after good, so it's back to peak? That means that she's back on her menses. Don't worry about it. It happens. Sometimes, like Aisha, radiallahu anha, says, sometimes we move in haste. It happens. So when if you think your period is over, you took a ghusl and you went to pray, but then you see that it's back, the blood is back, break your fast. You did the right thing, Miss Jackson. Forget about it's the menses is determined by the color, not the days. The Prophet Muhammad said, if you see brown, black, red, pink, yellow, orange, those colors, do not pray, do not fast, because those colors are the menses. That's another thing that brother doesn't answer the question right about. That brother that brother Yusuf was speaking about, a woman asked him about the menses, and I listened to his Q&A. He had the nerve to tell her that after 5 days, you off your period and just start back to praying. That ain't true. That ain't what the Prophet said. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said a woman's menses is determined by the color of the blood, and every woman's body is different. So you look at that blood until long as you see that color of blood coming out, you are on your menses. It could be 14 days. My menses used to last 14 days. Yeah, I used to bleed for 14 days. Oh yeah, I miss it now. I don't miss it. Didn't miss it then, but I miss it now. Yes, but you did the right thing. You break your fast because you're on your menses. It happens. That's just the female body. It happens. You know. Yes. And by the way, and Sister Yasmin said it happened to her too. That's probably happened to a lot of you sisters. Y'all know why? Because of fasting. That's PMS. This is the deficiency that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam spoke about. The deficiency in the woman is not her brain, it's our PMS, our body. Anytime the body goes through a change, it throws your cycle off. So a lot of you sisters may have had real weird menstrual cycles this month. I know I used to have them because our body, I used to bleed sometimes even longer. You know, your body, the woman's body goes through a change. Whenever we go through changes physically, psychologically, emotionally, it affects our reproductive area. Yeah, that's why doctors will tell you for sisters who are struggling to get pregnant, look at the stress in your life. What type of emotional things are you encounter? What type of physical things are you encounter? What type of changes are there in your life? Because any type of change throws our cycle off. That's why it's not determined by days, it's the color of the blood. So all of us women have probably went through issues with their menses this month. That's normal. That's normal. It'll get back to normal after a couple of months. Let's see what other questions we have here. Another question from Sister Yasmin. She said, during the Eid prayer, people like to move away from the darker skinned Muslim sisters. Yeah, this is the racism that we were speaking about earlier with Brother Yusuf's lecture. You listen to the news and review that Sheikh Hakim or whatever, you see that the racism exists even with these men who we think are scholars, but in reality, they're not scholars. Or the real scholar wouldn't make comments like that, but racism is here. And we see it and face it a lot in the Islamic communities. If they move away from you, you ain't got to worry about no jinn praying between you. That's their problem. The jinn can only bother people who are weak in their faith, and who don't practice. But if the people move away from you, that's their problem. Allah will hold them accountable. Don't worry about jinn, because the jinn don't come to people who are practicing their religion. What happens is when we move away from each other, It shows how divided we are as a nation. We'll have no allegiance to each other. That's what the prophet said. It ain't got nothing to do with no jinn. It's got to do with you and me being brothers and sisters in faith. Okay? This is why we don't get along. This is why we hate each other based on the color of our skin. Okay, so if they move away, they're going to have to answer to Allah for that. You just keep on praying, and that's why women get more blessings at home. But in the Eid prayer, you go and try to pray and call it a day. Don't worry about it. But no, the jinn are weak. They only attack people who are weak in faith and practice, and the jinn run away whenever they hear the name of Allah. So if I'm praying, if a jinn was next to me, if I said Allahu Akbar, he's gone anyway. The jinn leave whenever they hear the name of Allah. So no, they're not praying next to you. Okay, let's see what else we got here. What's the hadith about women giving in charity from a husband's money without his knowledge? Okay, this is the hadith, where this happened. A woman gave in charity from her husband's money, and her husband got angry. Okay, and the prophet asked him, why are you angry? Because you got a reward for that. Okay, not only did she get the reward of giving in charity, but since it was with your money, you were rewarded too. Okay, so whenever you give in charity, even if it's from your husband's money, your husband will receive the reward too. If your husband gets angry, just remind him of that hadith, like the prophet told the man who got angry because his wife did it to him. He said, why are you angry with something that much good came from? Okay, your wife doesn't work. If the woman doesn't work, but she takes from her husband's money to give in charity, this is a good thing. It purifies his money. So tell him ask him why is he angry? Not only did you get a reward from Allah, but I purified your money. And guess what? Allah will give it back to you tripled. Whatever we give in charity for the sake of Allah, He returns it back to you triple. So just remind your husband of that. And Allah knows best. Okay, here's another question. Is it true that Isha has to be prayed by midnight? No. This is how you can tell who the true scholars of Islam are. Back in the day when we made this, I first made my website in 1986. Back in 1986, a lot of people wanted to come on my website to teach, but Sheikh Morsi was very strict. He said, nah, we have to give them a test. Because that's one of the questions we used to ask, because a lot of Muslims do not understand their religion. We're living in the days of the Ruwaybida. You'll come upon a lot of men who you think are scholars. You really think these brothers are scholars because they use the term sheikh and they're famous. You will hear them say, oh, sister, you have to have your Isha done by midnight. That's not true. They're following a method. They're following some school of thought. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said every prayer ends at the beginning of the next prayer, except for Fajr. He said Dhuhr ends at the beginning of Asr. He said Asr ends at the beginning of Maghrib. Maghrib ends at the beginning of Isha. He said, and Isha ends at Fajr. But Fajr is the different one. Fajr ends at sunrise. What's the source? Sahih Muslim. So a lot of these brothers, like I tell y'all all the time, they don't know the hadiths.
And like the Prophet Muhammad said, until you learn the hadiths, you will never understand this religion. Okay, I don't care how much Quran you can recite by heart, how much Quran you memorized. It doesn't mean nothing if you don't know these hadiths, because the hadiths are the explanation of the Quran. So you have until Fajr to make Isha. And we have numerous hadiths in Sahih Bukhari and in Sahih Muslim, where the Prophet Muhammad would delay the Isha prayer just to prove it. Sometimes he would delay the Isha prayer till midnight. Sometimes he would delay the Isha prayer till the last third of the night, just to show the people that Isha does not end until Fajr. And that's my source, Bukhari and Muslim. And Allah knows best. Be careful of who you take your knowledge of Islam from. Just like that brother that's everybody think is a scholar who used the N-word this week. Oh yeah, he referred to all black people as being in. Talking about Africans. Mm-hmm. You call that a scholar? Be careful who y'all learn from. If they don't base what they say on the Quran and the Hadith, then just walk away from these people. Sister Howard, you should have told the person who lied on the Prophet Muhammad to give you the evidence. People lie on the Prophet every day, especially in 2025. We're living in the days of the Ruwaybida. People lie on the Prophet all the time. That's why you have to tell them, give me the source, prove it. Tell them to put the money where the mouth is. Tell them to do like Layla does. Use PowerPoint. Tell them to put the PowerPoint up on the screen so you can see it like Layla does. Okay? So whoever told you that is a liar. He's a bald-faced liar. And the Prophet Muhammad said, anyone who lies on me will take his seat in the hellfire. Look, let me get this call. Hello? Walaikum salam. Yeah. Okay, well, let me call. Can I call you back? I'm doing my Islam Q&A show. Okay, walaikum assalam. Okay. I thought it was a question, guys, somebody from a family. We'll deal with that drama later. But yes, be careful of these people who lie on the Prophet. If they don't give you the hadith to prove what they say, then walk away from them, because they are a liar. In Sahih Bukhari, you will find 6 different hadiths that show that the Prophet delayed the Isha prayer until one of them is the middle of the night. Another one is the 3 of them are the last third. So whoever this person is that told you that is a bald-faced liar, and they're going to answer to Allah for that. Be careful of these people, guys. Okay, here's another question. So if a woman has a period for 4 weeks, well, Brother Amir, that's why you a man and we're a woman. If a woman is bleeding for 4 weeks, she knows to go to a doctor. She still can't pray. She still can't fast because it's still a period. But if a period is lasting 4 weeks, that means she probably got some type of cancer going on, or she probably got fibroids. But she still cannot pray or cannot fast. We do not pray and fast on our menses. Period. Dot. Any woman whose period lasts over over 2 weeks should have enough common sense to go see a doctor, because like the prophet said, that's a sign that something is wrong with you. If a woman is bleeding longer than 2 weeks, that's a sign that something is wrong. So if she's an intelligent woman, she would go get checked out to make sure that she ain't got cancer. That's one of the signs of cancer down there. And that type of cancer can be treated if you catch it in the beginning stages. But she still can't pray, and she still can't fast. We can't pray in a state of filth. A woman's menses is a filth. It's not clean. It's filthy. It's dirty. We cannot stand before our Lord in that state. So no matter how much long she's bleeding, she still can't pray, still can't fast. Okay, everybody understand that? All right. Okay, here's another question. Someone wanted to know what I don't understand this word. What tashud? What is tashud? Are you asking which tashahud is a pillar of the prayer, Brother Ahmed? Are you asking which one of the tashahuds are pillars? If you're asking which one of the tashahuds is a pillar of the prayer, it's the second one. The second tashahud is a pillar of the prayer. Yes, the second tashahud is the pillar of the prayer. Okay, mashallah. And here's another question. Can the imam tell you to talk? It's haram to talk during the khutbah. It's haram for you or me to talk during the khutbah. If you speak during the khutbah, you've lost your blessings, Brother Ahmed. The imam can tell you to shut up, yes. The only person that should be speaking during the khutbah is the imam, not you. And he can tell you to shut up. But nobody else can tell you to shut up. Nobody else can speak. Everybody understand that? And this is another innovation that we see today. I was looking, you look at some of the khutbahs that are streaming on the internet. You will see that a lot of these brothers are talking and laughing during the khutbah, or they're saying, I mean. You are not even supposed to say shh when the imam is speaking during the khutbah. But again, we deviated away from this religion so badly today as Muslims. I mean, it's sad, yeah, how we deviate away from the true Islam. But the imam can talk, but not you. He can tell you to shut up. Yes. Yes. Okay, let's see what else we have here. So, walaikum salam, Sister Queen. How are you? It's been a while since I've seen you. MashaAllah. It's good to see Sister Queen here. She says, salam, Sister Laila. If you have ADH, is it considered a mental illness? Yes, depending on what level it is. But I don't know if there's different levels of ADH. There's medication for it. There's medication. If your ADH is under control, you're okay. You know that anybody that has ADH needs to go see a doctor, because there's different medications that can help you. Just to let y'all know, Adam Levine, how many of you know the guy, the musician Adam Levine? He has ADH. Adam Levine, he said he's always had ADH as a child and as an adult, but it's controlled. He takes medication for that. Okay. ADH can be controlled, you know. It's not the type of mental illness like schizophrenia or nothing. It's more of a behavior. ADH is a behavioral thing. It's not a mental illness. No, it's not. I wouldn't call it a mental illness like that. It's something that can be controlled. It's a behavior. Yeah. Yeah, Adam Levine has. A lot of people has ADH. Y'all be surprised how many people got ADH. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of these actors. Jim Carrey has ADH. Yeah. He's another one. Yep, Jim Carrey too. A lot of people have ADH. Okay, what else we got here? Sister Layla is the one with the Shahada. Okay, the pillar of the Shahada, that's the pillar, is the second. The second Tashahud, rather. The second Tashahud is the pillar of the prayer. Yeah, let's see here. First of all, Sister Yasmin, what are you doing listening to a person? You're not supposed to be with her. You had no right to. If you saw a scholar slandering the companions, what are you doing watching her? The sin is on you. The punishment is on you. Because Allah says in the Quran, do not sit in the company. Do not sit in the company. Do not sit in the presence or the company of people who commit sin. So the punishment is on you, not her. You had no business listening to her. Why are you listening to a person that calls himself a scholar who slanders the companions? What are you doing? You're the one that's committing the sin, not her. You ain't supposed to be listening to her. You're her supporter. Remember, as Muslims, we don't support people who do wrong. And by you guys tuning in to these YouTube channels, listening to these people speak badly about Islam, you are supporting them. So the sinner is you. You're the sinner. You get the same sin as she gets. Whatever punishment Allah gives her, he's going to give it to you too, because you supported her. You shouldn't have been sitting there listening to her. We got to be careful. I keep telling y'all, the internet is a dangerous medium. We have to be careful with this internet. I don't sit around listening to them people. What are you listening to them for? Okay, let's see what else we got here. Okay, well, if you left the chat, then don't worry about it. Allah takes care of people. Remember, guys, the power and the might is in the hands of Allah, and he doesn't need you, nor does he need me to do anything for him. Allah will protect and preserve the Prophet Muhammad's sunnah. Allah will protect and preserve the reputation of the companions. Allah will protect and preserve Islam. He don't need you to do it. You can't even protect yourself. So the thing that you do is when you come upon Muslims or people who are slandering the Prophet or his companions, do just what you did. Get out of that group. That's all you have to do. Leave. And Allah will take care of the rest, because he don't need you or me. He doesn't. But to listen to them, now you have the same sin that they have. Yeah. Yeah, Sister Amira said, and that's only just. Yes, that's only just. Yeah. Yeah, I keep telling you guys, a lot of people hate the Prophet and the companions. Oh, yeah, they talk about them badly. That's why you have to be careful. Just leave those groups. I don't waste my time with these people. Okay, are there any questions in the Zoom room?
Yeah, the question is, can men wear any color, like the color pink?
A man can wear colors except for neon, the colors that the Buddhists and the Hindus wear. Okay? And that's because that's imitating the Buddhist and the Hindu colors. But of course, common sense pops in. Allah hates women who imitate men and men who imitate women. If a man looks at himself in the mirror and he looks like a little girl, he needs to correct himself. But the colors for a man to avoid are those neon colors, which the Hindus and Buddhists wear. And Allah knows best.
If a family member passes away and have too many days of fasting to make up, can we divide the days amongst each other?
Yes. In fact, you should do that. That's the debt that we owe to Allah. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the debts owed to Allah are more deserving to be paid off than any others. So if a person dies, you only have to make up the days that person missed while that they were living, not the days they weren't here for. If I die today, I'm not here tomorrow to fast or the next day. My family don't have to make up none of that because I wasn't here. You only have to make up the days that the person lived that and was unable to fast due to their menses or whatnot. Okay. If it's a person that falls in the category of ransom, you pay their ransom for them for those days that they were not here. That means that they were here to fast for. Allah knows best. Yeah. Brother Amir, it's the colors. No, you can wear red and you can wear yellow. The Prophet Muhammad had a beautiful red thobe. The Prophet Muhammad used to wear red. Okay, other companions wore yellow. So I didn't say that it's red or yellow. It's neon. It's the neon colors that the Hindus and the Buddhists wear. If y'all don't know what the Buddhist monks and the Hindu monks wear, that's neon. Google it. You cannot wear those neon colors. I didn't say red. You can't wear neon colored. Those neon colors that the Buddhist monks and the Hindu monks wear. And Allah knows best. I don't know why anybody walk around dressed like that anyway, to be honest. It's not a popular style in America. If you put that stuff on in America, they're going to call you gay. So I don't think any African-American dude in America is going to be walking around like that because he'll get called gay. Those neon colors. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it. You don't dress that way, Brother Amir. That's not part of your culture. Go through the hood looking like that, you're going to get jacked. Exactly. Like Brother Bilal say, you go come through his neighborhood, you're going to get jacked. Yeah, it's not popular in America, those colors. Mm-mm. Yeah. Any other questions in that Zoom room? Yeah, go ahead, Brother Bilal. Type them there. You got a bunch of them there? Okay, go ahead. I'll wait. Let me get my coffee while I wait. Hold on. Oh my God, that is so good. Oh, the best part of the breaking of the fast, your coffee. Yeah, go. Oh, let me see it. Let me read it. Hold on, let me see. Boy, this is tight. Okay. All right, good question here. The Brother Bilal was saying, Sister Laila, I have to work. I might not be able to make it to the Eid prayer. So what do I do? And this is a good question. I'm going to talk about that. For those of you who cannot make it to the Eid prayer because of your job or whatnot, you can pray the 2 rakats yourself at home. Yes, just pray the 2 rakats yourself at home, Brother Bilal. Yeah, because you don't get off in time. I used to work, you must be a third shifter like me. I used to work third shift too. I could never do the Eid prayer if I wanted to because I didn't get off work in time. Yeah, I was a third shifter too. And I always got mandated. I would always work a double. So, yeah. Yeah, just make the 2 rakats at home. Yes, you can make them with your family. He wants to know, can I make the 2 rakats with my wife and kids? Yes, you can. Lead your wife and kids in them. Yes. Yes, okay. Or if your wife wants to go, she can go. She doesn't have to have you with her. If your wife wants to go to the Eid and take the kids, yes, she doesn't have to have you with her. Yes. Okay, good job. Okay, here's another question. Sister Aya, she said, I fasted the whole month, then notice I got my menses after the whole day. And notice I got my menses after. I was not sure if I got the menses before or after. Just make it up. Exactly. That happens too. Like I said, as Muslim women, this happens to us. During Ramadan, we go through some crazy stuff with our menses, man. That's that PMS. Whenever a change happens in our life, on an emotional, physical, spiritual level, it's going to show through our reproductive system. But yes, just make that day up because you don't know. You don't know when it happened. I used to hate that, man. I remember when I was young and had a menses, I go and I'm like, wow. Then go, what? And have to repeat that day because you don't know when it happened. Yeah, that happens. It happens a lot, sisters. It happens a lot, exactly. Any in the Zoom room, Fime?
No, nothing here.
And you checking out on Instagram, right? Because I got some followers on Instagram, and I never log into Instagram. And they say they be trying to message me. Do you still look at Instagram? Because I tell you, I can't get Instagram.
I can only see the chats. I can't see their messages.
I can't see nothing. Once I stream on my desktop, I don't even see me live on Instagram. On my phone, like now, I'm gonna open it up, and I tell people I can't see. I don't know where the live is. See, there's no live for me because I'm streaming. If I click on my story and I go to home, it doesn't show me live. I don't know where to find the live at. So whoever of you that are on Instagram, join YouTube so I can see what you type or your messages, because I don't even see me live on my phone. And I don't know why. All I see are my shorts. I don't see nothing on there. Your activity. What's blocked? Oh. What? Okay, I'm trying to look at it, guys, and see if I can. Who these people? I don't know. I can't work this Instagram. What's restricted mean? I don't know how to work. It just won't let me. I don't see any live on my phone. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't understand that. Even if I click activity. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so if you are on Instagram trying to message me, join YouTube because I can't see anything on there. I'm sorry. It's not I just don't know. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Sister Miss Jackson. Can I nurse my children longer than 2 years? No. It's best to stop. I mean, technically you could, but in Islam, the maximum is 2 years. Try to stop at 2 years, guys, because you got to get these kids to grow up. You got to get these kids to grow. I wouldn't even nurse them up to 2 myself. I didn't nurse my daughter, but how long did I nurse my daughter? 1 month. I'm a typical Arabic woman. Get the wet nurse. Layla ain't the one. I know. Latifah tell you. I went through some postpartum depression. I didn't nurse my daughter but 1 month, and I didn't like it at all. I said, I'm not into this. They say, typical Arab woman, man. She don't like nursing. Nope. Get a wet nurse. I had my best friend Latifah and Aisha coming over to feed the baby, because I ain't into that tugging on me. But 2 years, that's the right. Remember, the children have rights over us, and that's one of the rights the kids have, to be nursed up to 2 years of age. I wouldn't personally go past that, because we got to get our kids to grow up, man. And the way you Muslim sisters are spitting out babies, y'all need to get them kids up and rolling. You women are spitting out babies like hotcakes. Get that baby up and walking and living. Yeah. But technically you could, of course, the woman's reproductive thing, but you don't want to be like that chick in that show. What's it called? Game of Thrones. Y'all remember that woman in Game of Thrones? She was nursing her son and he was 6 years old. You don't want to be like that. But believe it or not, guys, there's a lot of crazy women out there, non-Muslims. They're nursing their kids, and their kids is 7 and 8. Still ain't took them off. Now, y'all know that's crazy. But I wouldn't go past 2 years. I really wouldn't. I really wouldn't. Yeah, any other questions or comments, go ahead and type them on the screen. But your kids they're deserving of that 2 years. And also the maintenance. Exactly. This is a good question from brother. What is your? Oh, we got Jackson, Mrs. Jackson, and Jackson. You're a man? Okay, the brother here said, is it true, Sister Laila, that also during that nursing period that's when I take care of her with her rent and her living expenses? Oh, mashallah, you're a good brother. Oh, mashallah. Exactly. That's the Quran. But how many brothers in 2025 are obeying Allah like that? Now, this brother Jackson, you the first man that I've ever had as a daya come to me like that. Exactly. Allah states that in the Quran during the nursing period. You brothers, if you've divorced your wife, you have to provide and maintain for her during that time. You should be taking care of your ex-wife while she's nursing that child for those 2 years. But I don't know any brothers who do that, who follow the sunnah with that, except for you now. So you pay your ex-wife's rent? Okay, he said, I take care of all her expenses. He said, I have remarried. Oh, wait a minute. Hello. Let's talk about it. Hey, check this out, Geechee. He said, Sister Laila, I got 2 other wives, but I divorced her and I still provide and maintain for her because she's nursing my son. He said, I pay her rent. I buy her food. I take care of her like I did when I was her husband. But she understands that when the child turns 2, all that cuts off. And that's the sunnah. Exactly. The first brother I've come upon who follows the sunnah. May I ask you, Jackson, where you live? Mr. Jackson. MashaAllah. May Allah bless you. He said, I have a good relationship with her because she's the mother of my son. Even though she is not married to me, she is still the mother of my son, and I still have respect for her. So I have no problem obeying my creator. Brother Jackson, I wish there were more brothers like you in this world. Can I ask a personal question? Are you African American? He probably ain't. I bet you he ain't African American. Let's hear it, Jackson. I guess I'll eat dirt. He's African American, guys. He said, yeah, I'm black. Alhamdulillah.
Mashallah.
Mashallah. Now you made my night. I'm so proud of him. If Dr. Jamali is listening, Dr. Jamali, can you believe that? He's African American too. I'm so proud of him. Brother Jackson, the world needs to have more men like you. Yes, and you're correct. Exactly. You're during that 2 years of nursing, you provide and maintain for her and the baby. Exactly. May Allah bless all of you with the best of this world and the hereafter. May Allah keep all your children, Brother Jackson, upon the straight path like their daddy is trying to be upon. And may Allah bring happiness to you and all your wives and your ex-wife. May Allah guide her to a husband who is just as good or better than you. Subhanallah. MashaAllah. Ameen. That's Ameen. I love that. That was sweet. Make me want to cry. Somebody following the Sunnah. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, so many comments here. Okay, I did that one. Isaac, what? Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, here's another question from Yasmin. Can a woman breastfeed someone else? Yes, you can, but I'm going to tell you, sisters, if you're going to breastfeed somebody else's baby, understand that that baby becomes your baby now. You're now that child's mother, and you have to keep a record of all the children that you have nursed, because your children are their brothers and sisters and they cannot marry each other. So that's the drawback to nursing another person's kid, especially living in the West like America, where we want to marry our children to each other. If I nursed my best friend's baby, that baby can't marry my children. That's the drawback to that. Okay? But yes, you can breastfeed another person's baby. Okay, let's see what else we got. Yeah, I'm telling you, isn't that rare? He's African American too. His name is Jackson. He says, Sister Laila, I've been listening to you for years. Oh, listen. He says, Sister Laila, you don't remember me. He said, I used to join your old platform and I used a different name. He said, this is my real name, but I used a different name. He said, I've been listening to you for years. He said, you're the reason that I am trying to stay upon the Sunnah. And you know my ex-wife too. He said, may Allah bless you, Sister Laila, for the dawah you've been giving for all these years. He said, you have changed the life of so many and touched the lives of so many. He said, and we all love you for the sake of Allah. Ameen. Oh, Ameen. Now that was sweet.
Ameen.
Oh, do you know Fresno? He said he used to come here. Do you know Fresno and Anissa too? He said, I know all of you. I used to come years ago. Oh, mashallah. Oh, they all still here. Anissa, she's in there. There, she here.
He needs to come back.
Yeah.
Come back.
Mashallah, no wonder why he's such a good man. Jackson. Yasmin said, does he have an African dad? Tell me about it. She can't accept that he's African American. She want to know, is his daddy African? Subhanallah, mashallah. It's good to hear good stories like that, because here in our Islam Q&A show, y'all know we get so many sisters that come in here, with bad relationships, bad marriages. So it's good, he divorced and they go, that's what Allah says. We come together, the seven that'll be under the shade of Allah. We came together for the sake of Allah, and we part for the sake of Allah. They're no longer married. They part for the sake of Allah. Oh, and keep a good relationship because of the kids they have. I mean, that is just wonderful. May Allah bless you, bro. I keep telling you guys, I have more male subscribers than I do females. Even though my dawah is directed towards women, the men get me better, it seems like, than the women do. For some reason, I do know why. It's just women are very jealous. We can be jealous of other women. Yeah, any questions in the Zoom room? Okay, here's one here. I talked about that yesterday, Sister Indira. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Indira. Yes, for the Eid prayer, you can wear any color you want as a woman. I talked about that yesterday. And these type of questions come up this time of year because I know you sisters are listening to these brothers, these radical men, like the one that Brother Yusuf was just speaking about. He's one of them too. These radical men that tell you sisters that you can't be beautiful, that you can't be attractive, that you can't wear nice clothes. You have to go around looking slovenly and looking dark and dreary and gothic and ugly and insecure. That's not Islam. There is no hadith on this planet that forbids a woman from wearing any color. You can wear any color of the rainbow. You can wear any type of fabric. And I went over the verse yesterday where Allah says in the Quran, he doesn't say, oh, you men. He says, oh, you who believe. That means male, female, and children. Oh, you who believe, wear your beautiful apparel to the houses of Allah. Subhanallah. He does not just limit that, say that that's for men. The Prophet's wives, when you learn about them, read about them, these were women of beauty, women of dignity, okay? They didn't walk around slovenly. They didn't walk around dressed in black. They wore all kind of colors and fabrics. They were very attractive, clean women. And they were modest. They were modest. They were modest. They were not attention seekers. Okay? So I don't know where these brothers, we know it comes from themselves, for their own inhibitions. But yes, sister, you can wear your nice, beautiful abayas to the mosque. Everything, as long as it's within balance. As Muslims, everything we do is balance. Makeup is not haram, but it has to be in balance. Look at me. I have on makeup, but my makeup is balanced. All I got on is my eyes. It's balanced. I don't have on no glitter and crap. I got on neutral color, kohol. Well, I got on kohol and make it look natural, neutral. Balance. It's not to bring no attention to me. Okay? It's just to make me look attractive for my Lord, because I know Allah loves beauty. Allah hates ugliness, and we should love beauty. We should hate ugliness. I ain't gonna get on TV and represent the Muslim woman in an ugly way. I am a daya. I got all kind of women around the world looking up to me, listening to me. I want to let them see that you can be a Muslim woman and dress the way Allah says and be attractive and know your deen and still be modest, okay? And still be better than the non-believers, women, okay? So I have to represent, but everything within balance. So yes, sister, you can wear your nice clothing to the evening. Make sure your daughters look nice too. Mm-hmm. Yes, singing. Here's another question. Sister Laila, I heard you say that singing is permissible on the Eid, but not music, right? Yes, y'all can sing. You know, when you learn the hadiths, who doesn't like poetry? The Arabs were very poetic people. They love to sing poems. When the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam arrived, him and Abu Bakr arrived to Medina from Mecca, the women and children were standing out there singing. They greeted him with songs. They were singing to him, welcoming him to Medina. During the Eid prayers, the Eid celebrations, the women and children would sing. During the weddings, like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told Aisha radiallahu anha, one of Aisha's best friends was getting married. And like I told you guys, Aisha liked to do hair. Oh, she loved to do hair. Aisha had did the girls' hair for her, you know, and had her fit. They all, the women fixed her up all pretty and stuff for her wedding night. And when the Prophet came home and he saw the other women there with Aisha, he said, "What's going on?" She said, "So-and-so's getting married tonight, and we're making her look good for her wedding night." The Prophet said, "Didn't you hire some entertainment?" He said, "Who do y'all have for entertainment? You know the Ansar love to party. They didn't party like we do with drinking and drugs and all of that. They partied with the women singing and dancing. The women would sing and dance at the weddings." So these fanatical Western Muslims who don't know anything, that's why I tell you sisters, get up off of that. You sisters are rigid and you make our religion ugly. You don't have the knowledge, you don't have the understanding, and all you do is run people away from you, and you run people away from Islam. When we see you coming, oh, here she is, run away. You know, you take the oxygen out the room. You know, stop making this religion oppressive due to your ignorance of it. And instead, try to be a better person. Try to learn the truth about Islam. And you will see that this way of life is not oppressive. You are, but not this way of life. And Allah knows best. Okay, here's a question here from Brother Ahmed. Is whistling imitating the Christians? Yes, it is. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us to be the opposite. Be the opposite of the non-believers. One of the companions was whistling, and the Prophet stopped him. He said, "Do not do that. That is not from our culture as Muslims. That's from the Christians." He said, "Be the opposite of them." And that hadith is in Sahih Bukhari and Muslim. So yes, we shouldn't whistle. Whistling is not from us. We don't whistle. Don't imitate the Christians. Okay? So yeah, that's something that we don't want to do. That's what they do. Just like you don't want to wear dreadlocks. Dreadlocks is imitating the jinn. The jinn walk around with their hair and locks. Do the opposite of the jinn. And also we do the opposite of the Christians, the opposite of the Jews, the opposite of the Wiccans, the opposite of the Buddhists and Hindus. That's why you brothers cannot wear neon, because that's what the Hindu priests and imams wear. You have to be opposite of the Hindu and Buddhist priests and monks. And Allah knows best. Yeah, any other questions? Go ahead. Any in Zoom? Okay, the brother here says, Sister Laila, I got the last part of your lecture. You said that we don't have to do the dhikr that we do. We can do any other one. Yes. What I was speaking about is there is no authentic hadith on planet Earth. The Prophet did not give us a specific takbirah to say on the way to the Eid. Okay? Just any type of words of remembrance of Allah. It can be Subhana Allahi wa bihamdihi la ilaha illallah. It can be Allahu Akbar, Alhamdulillah, Subhana Allah, la ilaha illallah. It can be anything. But the one that you see most Muslims using today, this is what Ibn Masud used to say. Ibn Masud was sent to Kufa to teach the Muslims after the Muslims defeated the Persians. He was sent to teach Islam to the people of Kufa. And that's what he taught them to say, which is good. Okay, but do you have to say that? No. Did he say you have to say that? No. But that's an example. And people are using that today, and you can. Or you can do like I do, Subhana Allahi wa bihamdihi, because Allah loves that. Subhana Rabbil El Adim. Yes. Exactly. Okay, the sister here said the religion of Islam is so simple. She said, you, Sister Laila, you make this religion sound so simple when other people make it so hard and complicated. Why? Why is that so? I don't know. You have to ask them. When you guys are listening to other people teach about Islam or speak about it, ask them, why do they make it so hard? Because it's not hard. But remember, we're living in the days of the Ruwaybidah that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam spoke about. Who are the Ruwaybidah? These are the people who have a lot of kalam. They got a lot of kalam. They talk about politics. They know all about what's happening in the world. They can tell you all this other stuff about people, but they're ignorant. They're low-lifed and ignorant when it comes to Islam. They don't know the basics. They don't know the lawful and the unlawful. They don't know the pillars of the prayer. They don't know their rights. So these are the Ruwaybidah. And the Ruwaybidah make the religion ugly. They make it hard. But when you come upon the people of truth, we're going to show you the beauty of Islam, the ease of Islam. That's why when you do find the people of knowledge, that's why the Prophet said, if you live to see the days of fitan, which is what we're living in, you better cling to the people of knowledge, because it ain't going to be that many around. But when you find one that's around, you better hold on to that person, because when that person dies, their knowledge disappears with them. And they're replaced with more Ruwaybidah. So that's why I'm telling you, new shahadas, y'all better keep coming to this website, because I don't know any other website like this. I don't know any other daya that have committed themselves to teaching Islam the way I have for the past 55 years. I've been doing this for 55 years. I ain't new. 55 years teaching the same stuff over and over for 55 years. That's a long time. Well, not 55, 50 years. Yeah, for 50 years. Always make myself older than what I am. I ain't like Fresno and them trying to be young. I make myself older. I'm 63. I've been doing it since I was 50. Yeah. No, I mean, I've been doing it for 50 years because I was 13. 13. Do the math. I was 13 when I started teaching. Yeah, that's 50 years. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Anything in that Zoom room? Because I got a bunch here. I'm going to do these last ones here, guys, and we're going to wrap up. Okay, let's see. Let me look at this one. Is it true, Sister Laila, that just like whistling, just like whistling is wrong, is it true that as a man, I can't clap? You can't clap your hands. Yeah, clap. Well, we do have the hadith where the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said clapping is for women. When you're making salat, if the imam makes a mistake, the men say subhanallah, subhanallah, and clapping is for women. So you brothers should avoid clapping. Clapping is for women. We clap. You brothers give takbir. Yeah, say Allahu Akbar. Give takbir. Let the women clap. That makes us different too. Again, it's all about, Islam is all about being distinct or different from the non-believers. We're supposed to stand out and be different from them, even when it comes to clapping. Exactly. Another question here, Sister Laila, is there something we're supposed to say? Is there something we're supposed to say when we break wind? No. No. There's nothing that says there's anything specific that you say when you break wind. No. I mean, if you want to say, excuse me, knock yourself out. If you want to say better out than in, knock yourself out. But no, it's not like sneezing. When we sneeze, we have something specific to say, but not when you pass gas, bro. Must be one of the kids that asked that question. Yeah, I think that's the last one, is it? This group here, this is my little Reddit group. That's all, right? I didn't miss anybody in here, did I, Mira? LinkedIn, wait a minute. LinkedIn. If LinkedIn has a comment, I would be able to see it. Let me type this. Wait a minute. Now let me know. LinkedIn. Yeah. Where's LinkedIn? Yeah, if they are on LinkedIn, I could see. They don't have any comments. Okay. All right, guys. Inshallah, I think that's all the questions for tonight. Tomorrow is Saturday, will be the 29th day of fasting. We'll be able to let you know tomorrow whether or not we'll be fasting 30 days, because it's nighttime in other parts of the world. What time is it in Australia? Let me check. Because I usually get my calls from Australia first. Let me see. Australia. What time? I'm looking for. And New Zealand. Let me do Sydney. Okay, it's this afternoon. It's 2:00 in the afternoon in Sydney. So they're already doing the 29th day. So I'll be able to, inshallah, let you guys know tomorrow about that the sighting of the moon, because it's 2:01 p.m. for the people in Australia. That's just the way Allah created the earth. Okay, the angels are holding the earth up in space. The earth rotates. The mountains keep it firm so we don't feel it. And the first part of the hemisphere of the world that sees the sun and the moon is that part where Australia is. And it's 2:01 for them right now. So they'll let me know what they see or whatnot when they break their fast today. Okay. So I'll probably be able to let y'all know when the Eid is after tomorrow. No, tomorrow, inshallah. Yeah. And Sheikh Morsi usually calls me and lets me know too. And Dr. Dramali. Dramali is probably out with his telescope doing stuff now. You know, Dramali, the geologist. the scientist. He's out somewhere doing something now. But we will let you know tomorrow, inshallah, guys. But the class is for tomorrow. We don't have the sister, do we? Guys?
No, we don't.
So we have just my class at 6:30.
Yes.
So inshallah, by 6:30 tomorrow, I should let y'all know, because that's the 29th, right? I'll be able to let you know, inshallah. And then we have the 6:30 class and my 9:30 class, inshallah. All right. Okay, guys, I want to thank everybody for joining and participating. Inshallah, I'll see everybody here tomorrow. Don't forget to make your supplications. We continue on. Make whatever personal supplications you have. Take care of your zakatul fitr now. Take care of your ransom and all of that, inshallah. All right? Okay. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Those are some pretty